Hello guys, so today we will see how to write the empirical formula from the molecular formula. So let's get started. So the first example, C2H4. Now this is the molecular formula C2H4. Now the empirical formula is the formula with the lowest possible whole numbers of the atoms in that formula. So now here if you'll see, the ratio of the atoms is 2:4. So we have to convert this ratio to the lowest possible whole number ratio. Now I will just write down this C2H4. Now here what we will do, we'll just see the smallest whole number in this formula. So this is 2 here, and we will divide all the numbers by this smallest whole number. So what we'll get, so I will just write here, divide by 2. So we'll get C1H2. So normally we don't write this one in the formula, so this will be CH2. So our empirical formula for the C2H4 is CH2. Now let's take the second one, C6H12O6. The smallest whole number is 6, so we'll divide this formula by 6. So I will just write divide by 6. So after dividing we will get C1H2 and O1. So normally we don't write 1 in the formula, so it will be CH2O. So this is our empirical formula. Now let's take the third example. So third example is H2O. Now here if you will see, the smallest whole number in the subscript is 1, because we can write H2 and O1 like this. So if we divide this formula by, to this number 2 and this number 1 by 1, so we'll get again the same numbers. So our empirical formula will again remain the same as the molecular formula in this case. Now the fourth one, C3H8. So here the smallest whole number in this formula is the 3. Now if we divide 8 by 3, we will get a decimal number, which will not be the whole number. And also if we divide this 8 by 2, we'll get 4, but if we divide this by 2, divide this 3 by 2, then we'll get 1.5. So these are already in the smallest possible whole number ratio, so the empirical formula will remain the same. Empirical formula will remain the same as molecular formula. So that is again C3H8. Now let's take the last example, fifth one, C4H10. Now the smallest whole number in this formula is 4. Now if we divide this 10 by 4, we will get 2.5. But if we divide this all the both the numbers by 2, we'll get the whole numbers. If you'll see, so I will just write divide by 2. So we'll get C2H5. Now again if we try to divide these 2 and 5 by 2, we'll get 2.5 for this 5 after division. So these are the smallest possible whole numbers for this formula, so 2 and 5. So our empirical formula will again C2H5. So these are the practice problems. You guys can reply with your answers in the comments section. Please do like if you get any value from this video. Please share and subscribe to our channel for such more videos. Thank you.